With the recovery from the recent global turmoil now well underway, many classic car enthusiasts are thinking about the best cars to invest in for 2022. With an uncertain economy, it can be difficult to know where your best bet is for future financial security, but investing in cars isn't always about cold, hard cash. For a car enthusiast, the pleasure of owning a car that has a special place in history can be just as rewarding as any financial return. Last year was a bumper year for the classic car market, and the market as a whole is predicted to continue its growth in 2022. Affordable classics, in particular, are seeing a resurgence. Thankfully, we believe you can own, enjoy, and make money with classic cars if you know what makes a car appreciate in value, and there are future classics to suit every budget. This year we've done the hard work for you. Here is a list of the best investment cars for 2022. 5. BMW E92 M3. The BMW M3 has always been the top dog in the high-performance coupe market, and the E92 M3 was no exception. It is a perfect combination of power, speed, comfort and looks, with sublime handling to boot. The naturally aspirated V8 engine pushes out 420 horsepower, and was the only V8 ever to be fitted to an M3, making it even more desirable in collectors' eyes. Along with the V10-powered E60 M5 and E63 M6 of the same generation, the E92 M3 is one of the last cars from BMW's glory days, before environmental regulations spelt the end for naturally aspirated, high-revving engines. We'll certainly never see anything like it again in the M range, and with values of its predecessor, the E46 M3, now well and truly on the way up, it's no wonder the E92 is tipped to be a future classic. If you can get your hands on an E92 M3 in good condition, it is likely to be a sound investment well into the future. And we're not forgetting the four-door E90 or the convertible E93 M3S either, because they're fitted with the same S65 V8 engine and are sure to be future classics too. 4. Mini Cooper R50/R53. The original Mini Cooper was always destined to become a classic as soon as production finished, but BMW's revitalization of the marque with the new R50 model in 2000 sparked a new generation of Mini fans. The unique styling included several nods to the original Mini, and its go-kart-like handling made it a hit with enthusiasts the world over. While the earliest R50s are already becoming extremely sought after, the R53 Mini Cooper S is another rare, early model that has always proven popular with those who want a little more performance from their Mini, thanks to its supercharged engine. Despite many Mini fans being concerned when the German carmaker took over, the new Mini was quickly established as a worthy successor to the much-loved original. A strong following has been built as a result, which cements its position as a future classic in our eyes. What's more, it's an entirely usable classic that inspired a whole new generation of high-end hatchbacks. Valuations of early BMW Minis will undoubtedly climb in the years ahead. 3. Aston Martin V8 Vantage. The baby Aston has been a firm favorite among enthusiasts ever since it was first released in 2005. It may have lacked the presence of some of its bigger brothers, but it was no less capable. The fantastic exhaust note, stunning looks, and purest sports car nature of the Vantage have all helped it to become one of the most desirable Aston Martins in recent memory. Despite this, prices dropped so low for a number of years that they became almost affordable. For many, it was a choice between a new executive sedan or one of the most prestigious marques in the world. For some who chose the bargain Aston, what they didn't factor in was the cost of ownership. Parts and servicing are not cheap, which has led to some examples being neglected. But the days of cheap V8 Vantages are now almost behind us, and values are on the up again as collectors wake up to the V8 Vantage's potential. The V8 Vantage is undoubtedly going to continue rising in value over the next few years, and despite its seemingly scary ownership costs, many owners consider it to be one of the most reliable Aston Martins ever produced. What better excuse to get behind the wheel of a British sports car icon? 2. Chevrolet Corvette C4. The Corvette has always been one of the best ways to get yourself behind the wheel of a classic American sports car without spending a fortune. The C4 was launched in 1984 as a replacement for the aging C3, and production lasted for a whopping 12 years. Although it underwent plenty of changes over the years, it always featured a sizable 5.7L V8, as any beefy American sports car should. From a car that started off with 230 horsepower in 1984, the Corvette really came into its own in the 90s when it received some serious performance upgrades. The LT1 V8 was introduced in 1991 and produced 300 horsepower, along with the even more powerful 330 horsepower LT4 engine in 1995. But it was perhaps Chevrolet's collaboration with British manufacturer Lotus that really set the C4 apart from the rest. The resulting ZR1 model featured a Lotus-designed LT5 V8 that produced 375 horsepower, giving it the performance to compete with the exotic supercars of its era. ZR1 models built after 1993 produced an even more ludicrous 405 horsepower. And the C4 wasn't like any American sports car that had gone before it. General Motors was determined to get the handling right to compete with European sports cars, and it largely succeeded. American power and European-esque handling, what more could we ask for? It's for these reasons that the Corvette C4 is often considered one of the most underrated American sports cars of all time, and we still think it offers a bargain in whichever guise you choose. With many already calling it a classic, values surely still have a way to go in 2022 and beyond. 1. Land Rover Discovery Series 1. It's not always sports cars, supercars, and hot hatches that appreciate in value. Sometimes off-roaders can start picking up some serious traction in the classic car market too. With classic Range Rover and Defender prices already well on their way up, the original Discovery is often one that goes under the radar. And current valuations confirm that. The original Discovery was launched in 1989 and was one of the first off-road vehicles to double up as a family-friendly road car, influencing the ever-popular 4x4 market we've come to know and love today, or loathe, depending on your views. Although it was replaced by the Discovery 2 in 1998, the original Discovery is still a popular choice for off-road enthusiasts. It's highly practical and the retro styling looks great today. It still offers excellent value for money when compared to other classic off-roaders. Don't be surprised if the Discovery starts picking up some steam in 2022, the future classic signs have been there for a while now. If Land Rover's other classic models are anything to go by, it won't be long before valuations really take off. Our list of the best investment cars for 2022 could go on. There are so many great opportunities out there for those who are willing to do their research. As we continue to make our way into the electric car era, it's inevitable that classic petrol-powered cars will become even more desirable. We dispute those who question whether classic cars will eventually become worthless for a number of reasons. The stats show that classics remain extremely popular, and the global industry is worth billions of dollars. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. The classics of the future won't necessarily be defined by performance figures or 0 to 60 times, but by their unique style, character, and driving experience. The 5 cars we've listed in this video are our top picks for investment in 2022, so if you're in the market for any of these cars, now is a good time to start looking. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, hit the like button, turn on notifications, so you will be notified whenever we uploaded a new video.